Sometimes your biggest haters and your biggest enemies be your own family.
I love you like la 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 la. I love you like la 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 la. I love you like la la.
Hey brothers and sisters, it's your girl Jazz Success, and I'm back with another video. And today we're talking about family drama. Let's get into it.
And don't let you have a child, because they'll use that opportunity to stomp on you some more. You already going through enough. You already got enough problems in your life, because you're a parent now and you need to lean on your family. Yeah, they're going to use that opportunity to step on you, because they feel like you destitute. So now we could just treat you any old type of way that we want to, because you need us. We your only support system. You ain't got nobody else. So now I'm finna abuse you and treat you like shit, because that's what makes them feel better. Like my mom, for instance, y'all. Earlier today, I told her that I was coming over to drop the baby off so I can go and work, right? Tell me why she got mad because I hung up on her because she want to cuss me out for no reason at all. I'm not about to listen to you cuss me out for no reason. What am I doing that for? You told me, we talked about this weeks ago. You said you will watch the baby today. You said you will help me out. Then the day come, and we talked about it yesterday too, y'all.
You can't choose your family. You can love them, but you can love them from a distance too. And there are a lot of my family members that I've had to learn to love from a distance. They call me, I'm like, yeah, I'm here. You need something, let me know. But I can't have you in my life because you're toxic. You're poison.
One of the best things that you could do to improve family dynamics is to shut down when family members gossip about each other. Because if somebody has an issue with you in your family and they're talking to everybody in your family about it, but not you, the fact is they don't actually have an issue with you. They have an issue with wanting attention. And the best thing that you could do as a family is when somebody in your family is talking about somebody else, just shut it down and say, hey, if you have a problem with them, you should talk to them instead of complaining to me about it. You do that, redirect them, push people to air out their grievances with each other instead of airing it out like gossip, and you'll be surprised at how quickly the dynamic in your family changes. It's not addressing the stuff that's causing the issues. Address it, and you'll be surprised at how much better the family dynamic gets.
I figured out most of my family drama stems from us not talking to each other and not addressing the issue in the moment, and using, you need to use I statements instead of you statements so it doesn't feel accusatory.
Growing up in a dysfunctional family is very traumatizing. And I feel like a lot of people can relate to that. Because on the outside looking in, it may seem like that person over there has a great family. That person over there is happy. That person over there, family loves them. Their life is perfect. And so on and so on. But in reality, it's not true. One thing that I had to learn is that everybody has family problems. Some more so than others. But I had to realize a lot of people come from dysfunctional families. And a lot of people have really fucked up upbringings. And there's a lot of people who haven't discussed the trauma that they've been through from their dysfunctional families. And I had to learn a lot of people have a lot of messed up people in their family. And I had to understand that it wasn't just my family. But another thing that I had to understand is I'm allowed to feel how I feel about my dysfunctional family. And the one thing that I'm not afraid to do is to cut off dysfunctional family members. And I don't let anybody guilt trip me or gaslight me into thinking just because somebody's my family that I have to fuck with them. And that's not true at all. I'm allowed to cut off anybody that's not bringing peace to my life, or I'm allowed to cut off people who destroy my peace. And I don't care who it is. I stand firm on my boundaries, and I do all I can to protect my peace. And I will never let anybody take that away from me. I know it's a lot of y'all that come from dysfunctional families who have been through trauma.
Cut people out of my life. It's okay. You weigh me down. I can't carry your load and mine. family members even. Yeah. Sorry, I just couldn't do it anymore because it wasn't servicing me, and I wasn't feeling fulfilled.
What's important in my life is my mental health, and if a relationship is not serving you, you owe it to yourself to walk away, regardless if it is your family. And I'm not saying walk away from them forever, but if you're not feeling good vibes and the energy is off and you're always arguing or going back and forth and whatnot, it's okay to take a break and seek solace from counseling and prayer and development of healthy coping mechanisms, and just looking why is this person triggering you? What is the issue, the underlining cause of it? If you got to take a break, you got to take a break. Put your mental health first at the end of the day.
Do you feel like every time you speak up in your family, you're made to be the bad guy? Here's what happens in a toxic family. They focus more on your reactions than their actions. They try to make you the problem, labeling you as overreacting, overdramatic, or too sensitive. Maybe they criticize how you said something, the tone of voice, the specific words that you chose, or the fact that you spoke up at all. Now, of course, it's important to be mindful of these things, but we're talking about repeated patterns of behavior where someone denies, dismisses, or deflects anything to avoid addressing their own behavior. Now, toxic families thrive on control and protecting the person who's least likely to change. Blame shifting keeps the dysfunctional patterns intact and avoids confronting the real issues. Over time, you start doubting yourself, wondering if you were wrong to speak up at all. And you might even start to believe that you're the problem. This continuous lack of safety leaves us stuck in patterns of shame and appeasement. But here's what they don't want you to know. Your voice has power. Healing means learning that your truth matters and your feelings are
My relationship now with my family, they're my biological family, and I wish them well. Here's the thing. I watched you do I think it was like a little clip, and they were talking about interracial dating.
Yes.
And you said, why would somebody stay where they're miserable?
Right.
That applies everywhere, Shannon. It just doesn't apply to that, especially in our community. We've been taught, take care of your family, make sure. Well, there are some families that deserve it. And there are some families that you have to say, listen, I'm so glad we had this time together. And that's it.
Yeah.
That's where I am with mine. I wish all of them the best, but that's what it is. Yeah. So even as I sit here with you now, with all that's going on in Hollywood and all of the stuff I had to go through, I've already been through it with people that you call your family.
I saw this past year that family has been a lot of people downfall. People love to say that saying, blood is thicker than water, and yeah, but that's your mama. Yeah, but that's your sister. Yeah, but I ain't subject to being treated any kind of way in the name of who, the relationship, what the relationship says. In the name of family, you comfortable with telling them everything and, keeping everything amongst family. This the family secrets, but they be the very same people that use it against you, hold it against you for life. You never come out of what you used to be, because they always reminding you. It's a constant, they place there as a constant reminder, you're not able to really grow around certain family members. So just like I'm choosing my friends, I feel like you should be able to choose your family. Blood is not what makes us, that just makes us related. Period.
I'm outside right now. I'm doing this blind, but my main issue with my family is they still see me as Jasmine, the party girl. And that's not me anymore. I am so much more. I'm a single mother of 2 kids. I am raising a child with autism, an intellectual disability, and ADHD, and I'm raising a 10-year-old daughter. This is my life. These are my struggles. These are my battles. I got a bachelor's in psychology. I got my QMHP. I'm an LPN. I'm a licensed practical nurse. I hold 2 licenses in the state of Virginia. And it's like, it's never enough. You're always going to see me as that little fuck up Jazz. Why? Because my house is messy? Yeah, I'm messy. I'm disorganized. That's my personality. I just want my family to love me for me, you know? I'm dealing with so much, you know? Like sometimes depression and anxiety is just consuming, and I just want to be the best mom I can be, you know? And I love you, and I accept you for who you are, but I just want you to stop, take a deep breath, and think. Are the words you're using kind? Are the words that you're using motivating? You know, because I love you. I love all my sisters. I love both my sisters. I love my brother. I love my mom. But I've realized that I do not say things that hurt me. I do not address things in the moment. And I'm learning to set boundaries because I'm not happy. So hopefully through counseling and journaling and the development, of healthy coping mechanisms, I can be a healthier person, because if I'm not right, I can't be a good mom to my kids. I can't be a sister. I cannot be an aunt. I can't be a good daughter. I can't be a good employee. I can't be a good nurse. I can't be a good counselor. And I can't be a good mentor. I can't be a good citizen of society. I'm just a sinner. That's why I go to church every day, every Sunday. That's why I read the Bible, you know. But yeah. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to always live in excess. Till next time.